Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and today I have another process to share with you. And this one again features my October How to Kill a Kit with Style for the month, which I'm super excited to be using a ton of the papers in it on this particular page. And if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you may know that I struggle using 12 by 12 papers in not large pieces. So usually I pretty much keep 12 by 12 papers at a 12 by 12 size, if not 6 by 12 minimum or maximum. That'd be minimum. And it's really hard for me to cut into a paper and only use a couple inches of it, knowing full well that I could have used it as a 12 by 12 background, which is my primary size of scrapbooking. But today I cut into several papers, made them into some layers, and I think it turned out so fun. And I am scrapbooking 2 photos of my lovely kitten that is at my family's house. We call her Kitten, her real name is Honey, but these are photos my father sent me. And she does this thing whenever you're reading the mail or a newspaper, she will find you and she will get in your lap and make sure that you're not reading the mail or reading the newspaper, but you're in fact looking at her. So this is one of those times, and I wanted to scrapbook these 2 photos. So I end up cutting these 2 elements. So my background paper and the butterfly paper are both from the Boutique Market paper pad from Craftsmith. And then the diagonal scalloped stripe is from another Craftsmith paper pad called Conservatory. But I needed something a little bit more subtle within these patterns. So I went for a cardstock, and I went with yellow originally because some of the butterflies are yellow, but ended up going with a nice gray instead, just for another neutral. Next, I pulled out this scrap of Pebbles paper that's from my kit this month and split it into 2. I used one simple strip at the top of the photos, and then I'm going to create a banner for the bottom strip and sort of help frame up where my title's going to end up going. Now, at the beginning of this video, you might have seen me pull out a sketch from Laura Whitaker. The sketch did provide me inspiration, however, it looks nothing like the original sketch, but I do enjoy using a sketch for inspiration from time to time. And I love Laura's Stuck on Sketches sketchbook that she put out quite a few years ago, and I'm so glad I printed it out. So now that I like how the layers are shaping up, I am going to start adhering them into place. Now, something about a diagonal stripe trying to mount it onto a polka dot paper made it extremely hard to get straight. I messed this up quite a few times. Even with my T-square ruler, I managed to mess up the centering or the actual straightness, but I made it work in the end. And I thought instead of doing just traditional layers where you would naturally make them a little bit concentric, I would do some offset layers. So for example, this cardstock one eventually touches the purple background there at the bottom. And then you'll also see like this strip kind of covers up that lip. So you notice it kind of creates a permanent shelf for the photos to sit on, which I think is something that is such an easy design trick, is to make a shelf for your photos or another element like journaling or your title, and it just helps elevate it just a little bit. And I also wanted to make sure, since I did offset my photos on slight angles, that I did cover up that awkward meet up at the bottom there. So I'm going to set that top piece there, that scrap of Pebbles paper, and then I'm going to use this strip here with the little fishtail on it and cover up that awkward seam. Normally I'd use washi tape, but I do bring in washi tape for a different instance on this layout. But I think sometimes it can be really overwhelming to do some fun layers like this, especially if you don't have any neutrals in it. And by neutrals, I mean a neutral pattern, not necessarily a neutral color, which in this case, I have a flat pattern, which happens to be a neutral gray color. But sometimes you just need a little bit of flatness to break it up, whether that's a simple watercolor, just flat watercolor that provides a little bit of texture, but again reads as one color, or if it's a cardstock like I used here, whatever it may be, sometimes that's all you need. But next I'm diving into the embellishments that are in this kit. So I'm using this washi tape strip from Jen Hadfield to start building underneath my clusters. And I've pulled out some of the cat stickers that were in my kit from Simple Stories, and these beautiful rose die cuts, which are actually cupcake toppers. And those are from a brand called Buttercream Luxe that Joann's carried for a brief amount of time. And while I do look through a lot of my other kit elements, it was hard to find something in this particular theme. I did find these puffy stickers that I pulled out right at the beginning, and these are from me and my big ideas. and I really like that pop of extra hot pink purple color. It's a really unique color that's in the background of the florals. It's in some of those shades, and then also in the butterflies on that butterfly paper. Now, my intent at the beginning of this project was to use those stamped butterflies I showed right at the beginning, but once I ended up picking out the papers and they had a cream base, I didn't really want to do some stamped images that were again on white paper, bright white paper, and mix it in with the cream. However, you'll notice here I do mix in quite a few white stickers or white background elements like those puffy stickers, and it works just fine. I just thought that with these unique colorings, it would be very hard for me to find a match to color in my butterflies, but I do have a plan to use those stamped butterflies on another project very soon. But it was my original attempt to try to use them on this page, but sometimes you just want to make a nice, clean and simple paper and embellishments type of layout and not do any crazy tools like stamping or mixed media. Next up, I pull out this Echo Park 12 by 12 sticker sheet and pull out my title from it and just go with a simple Cuddle time. Now, if you're ever running out of letters, be sure to check out the opposite letters. So I didn't have enough of the D at first, but I just ended up using an upside down P instead to make it work. And then I still have a D and a P left that I can use interchangeably for future titles. And I also add a couple of asterisks from that same sticker sheet to add another little element of pop of white, because I did bring in white towards the end here with the title and a couple embellishments. But like I said, a very, very simple layout, a couple Jen Hadfield sticker book stickers to finish it off, like these word stickers. Love using these colors when I can because I find them difficult to use otherwise. So definitely emphasizing those ones that are about family and gratefulness. But that is it for today's layout. Here are some close-up for you guys so you can get the full gist of the layout. I really like it. I think it's busy and fun and captures her personality and how sweet she is in these pictures. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and make sure that you have notifications on if you're interested in knowing when I upload next. I am doing a couple tests for different upload times to see what you guys respond to best. So be sure to leave me a comment down below if you enjoyed this one and what you want to see next on my channel. But thank you guys so much for watching another cat video. I will see you guys next time. Bye!